Hi guys. Shit. I'm your DM. Shit, that was pretty cool. Anyways, hey guys, my name is Talent. I'm your DM for today. Shit. So basically, we're going down a river. And on that river, you guys got fucking hit by some bandits. Shit.
No.
After a collision course with these bandits that you've encountered before, the Robins, you swiftly in game, not swiftly in session, kicked their asses, and eventually roped in one of the strongest members, and the one that seemed to be the most important from the way the rest of the group interacted. With that, you now have them entwined in rope upon this boat as it shuffles down the riverbed.
Just around the riverbed.
Oh my god.
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna get my notes.
It's been a couple weeks in the last session.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Mara,
There we go.
what are you doing?
Sorry, I had all the bots like over 60%, so like it was really loud for a minute.
Yeah. That's rough. I need to turn off my noise suppression. Shit.
I don't think I took notes
Oh wow.
from last. That's not good.
Who needs notes?
Let me figure out if I did. Da-da-da.
If I did, they're very limited and they only apply to me.
Bell
I took-
transformed.
3 sentences worth of notes.
The session prior, you guys had gone through a quest from Clarabelle to check out an empty warehouse where you met Haitian and his group again, who then told you that if you
Yes.
wish to go to the Fort Terrorstead, you can hop on the rowboat. It's bigger than a
Yes,
rowboat,
yes, it's
but
all
this-
coming
but this
back to me
ship
now.
that goes up and down the River of Gold to hitch a ride. Whilst on that ride, you were attacked by bandits as you were passing Little Root Camp, and that was where you fought the Robins once again.
Okay.
And in doing so, you murdered most of its members, except for one who seemed to be the most important.
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay.
This sort of currently just being released from that temporal stasis that Sharp placed him under.
That's right.
This young half-orc sort of sits there struggling against the restraints as you place him on the deck.
Do not try to run again. You'll find yourself quickly back here. Thank you.
Just looking between all of you.
You think we could convince you to tell us why we were attacked by you guys?
Didn't know you'd be on here.
Like it definitely shot at us, and
So you're just attempting to steal from this
Small
very
confusion.
not a smart proposition, though.
Didn't think there'd be resistance. Usually this boat's pretty empty.
I mean, even if there was resistance, you would be hunted down and prosecuted.
Maybe.
I was sitting there like fucking with the arrow that's like in his like shoulder.
Can you tell your dog to back down?
you have a dog?
Well, who's
Talking about
probably
Right?
like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He hasn't de-shift.
Shifting?
Oh,
TikTok? Oh my god.
Oh, the dog.
Feels really good at shifting.
Felt
I
you
think-
scaring the
Bitch.
individual.
I need to see. Can I talk?
Sure.
Bark, 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 bark.
It's like the dogs that don't even like actually woof. They just.
Those are the huskies.
Fucking Christ. This audio file is fucked.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I
Yeah,
definitely
so
like that
we're
in
gonna get-
Marvels.
We're definitely getting that on a soundboard at some point.
No,
The
no,
wolf. It's just called the wolf pack.
no. We're putting that on a soundboard, and we're locking you in a white room, Austin, and we're playing that 24/7.
Joke's on you, Kay. I'm already crazy. It's not doing much for me.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
Austin Kin's the Joker, dude. Not just any Joker, Joaquin Phoenix's.
No,
Oh,
I
shit.
do not. No, Talon. I actually.
Anyways.
I love you, dude. I love
I
you.
love you too. In any case, you've got a young strapping young orc here, half orc here, in nicer open restraints.
What do we do with this one?
Ooh, would you mind telling us what you were trying to steal?
Anything? There's quite a lot of
I-
shit on this boat. Just grab the
Well, I
valuables
feel
and dip.
like, yeah, but I mean, like that was a, you know, like I feel like that was a really well planned attack. Had there not been, you know, the people already on the boat. But then why would you attack the boat if you were just planning to steal something? You know, I'm just thinking it through, and it's like this weird mixture of really planned out and not thought well at all.
If you want me to go through the whole plan with you, I can. But I feel like it's a kind of a mute point at this point. I think you're either gonna kill me, let me go, or some other weird third option.
How do you feel about Fort Terrastan?
Give it to me. Oh.
I'm not a fan of it. You know, it's really-
Yes, I'm starting to think not me either. Unfortunately, we're headed that way, I think. And seeing as how you're now, you know, with us for a minute.
Right. Could just kill me. That'd be a lot better.
Huh?
And wouldn't that be the easy option?
It would.
So, trying to steal just anything valuable off this boat
Yeah, that was
with
that was the mission
arrows.
from the head of the Robins. Yeah, is go to the boat,
Okay.
steal anything.
Yeah.
If there's people guarding the boat, shoot them.
I just really, you know, maybe this is just a me thing, but I just don't believe you. Funny how that works. But then again, I guess I don't really have to. No matter what I say, you're probably gonna keep telling me the same thing.
Insight
Yeah.
check.
Go ahead and try to roll your truth detector tech.
Truth detector take.
My
6.
passive insight is 15.
15.
6.
From your passive, you can tell that this guy's. He's just being earnest. He's just saying what he's thinking.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like one of those things where it's like, I'm saying the truth, but it's not the full truth. That's what I'm feeling from this. But that could
Oh.
also just be a me thing because I'm a chronic overthinker.
You know, Princess, I can't get any
Ew.
more clear with you. It was a simple grab and go job. People were here,
Right.
we shot you, thought you were gonna be weaker than you were. Suddenly, my whole team is gone, and I'm just tied up and ripped. So that's pretty cool.
Right.
Sorry, I suplexed that one guy.
If
Mhm.
we let you go, is this going to be like you come back and kill one of us in the future kind of deal? Because I'm really not down for that.
I don't even know who the fuck you are, so couldn't really.
That sounds good to me then. That's a vote in my book. I'm not necessarily willing to kill this unarmed man.
He shot me.
You're fine, dog. Look
Bird.
at you.
Yeah, if we look at the ratio of blood shed, as he's just looking in the distance of all of his dead teammates, about 5, 6, 6-0. I'm sure you
Right.
could spare
Sorry
one.
about that. Sorry about that, by the way.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
know,
Don't-
I would be
don't-
more.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
I would be more hurt, but yeah, that's the life of a Robin, you know.
The life of a Robin.
Why? Why are you a Robin? Do you mind me asking? A Robin will kind of sit down.
Honestly, I just kind of joined because I thought it'd be fun. I wanted some gold. They kind of promised gold.
Right. Are
Thought
you
it
having
would
fun
be
yet?
fun to cheat, steal, and harm others.
Mostly just the cheat and steal part.
Is the boat still moving at this
Yeah,
point?
it's still moving.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
It
Just
has
wanted to
not
make sure.
stopped. The
I couldn't remember if we had made a stop right after this fight or
no,
not.
the
That's why.
boat moves regardless of what goes on the boat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the captain's like in like a locked room.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
by
no, I
himself
couldn't remember if we made like a
somewhere.
stop because I couldn't remember if we made the stop before we got attacked or after.
Yeah. So as it moved past and closer to Camp Little Root, it slowed down for people to put things on and take things off from the delivery.
Got it. Understood.
But
I
it did not
apologize.
stop moving whatsoever. It's like if you
Understood.
get stuck on this thing while you're trying to unpack, that's on you. Sucks.
Yeah. Heard. Thank you. Thank
But
you.
he just sort of sits there.
L.
You know, it all started when that one guy took shit from the capital, and people realized you can just steal and probably get away with it.
Probably right.
Yeah.
That one guy.
Yeah, one in Quick. Can't remember what his name is. He's got a bunch of wanted posters.
Oh, interesting.
Killed a lot of people though.
Well,
I'm in favor of just tossing this one in the water.
I think we already tossed one in the water.
Yep,
With the
It was
restraints
me.
untaken.
that would be nice.
No.
I can swim.
I mean, he is tied up. We could just kind of roll him off the side of the.
I would
I
probably
don't-
drown.
Probably. I mean,
And-
we could.
If we are going to kill the poor man, I would much rather.
Put
How?
an arrow
Looking
in my
easy.
temple or something.
Yeah. I mean,
Rather than-
he's
How-
been helpful.
have
the
him
best of
fight
his
for his
ability.
life in the rapids.
On a
I
scale of
agree.
1 to 10, how good do you think you are at getting into places you're not supposed to?
You know what? You bring up an interesting point.
Well, this is an interesting question because this was a place that I was not supposed to be, and I was attempting to get in here. And we all see how that turned out.
Do you have one a set of skills for an espionage? I believe it would be called.
I think
Can
not just
hide
too-
well and shoot a bow. Really well.
And you want
Not too bad,
And you
but
don't.
I'm one of the
And you,
lieutenants.
I don't. And you don't want to like
Oh,
kill us right
very
now, or
impressive.
please don't kill us or shoot at us, or I don't want to deal with that.
we'll pay you.
Yes, we will pay you.
Much.
What is your lowest amount, do you think?
To do
How about
this job.
your life plus 8 gold pieces?
Wow.
Does that sound?
What a
does that sound-
steal. So I want to kind of know the job first before I set my price.
Remember Fort Terrorstead we were talking about earlier?
You want me to break into Fort Terrorstead
Yes, with all of us.
with all
That, or cause a large enough distraction to let us get in.
Oh.
Then you just run away.
Never see from you again. You get your gold and you are gone.
If you want me to break in, minimum price like we'll say
8 gold
300
pieces.
gold
8 gold
Right.
pieces.
to do
Is
a
what I said.
distraction.
I heard that. I heard 8.
Half off. 150.
Right. So
Ooh,
how about
that's-
150 to break in plus your life and 50 for little distraction? I feel like 300 is a very large sum for someone that, truthfully, I mean, like you said, we're in the scenario right now where you've been captured and you're, how well can I trust you to not just sell us out if you get captured again? So I'd rather not, give you 300 and then you just sell us out. I'd rather give, like a more reasonable
Well,
amount
if
and
I
then
get
you sell us
captured, I
out.
get killed by the guard. So it's really not like I'm getting my life and then doing this mission. It's
Well, then, do you really need 300 anyways?
I could just not do it and still die.
You could do that. Well,
No, there's a point in a man's life where you have to put a value on what you think you're worth, and I think very highly of myself.
that's,
Got
you
a
know,
lot of self-worth.
I'm very proud of you for this accomplishment.
Yeah.
I think it's very difficult to come to terms with yourself.
I could give how about this one? I give you the name of the leader of the Robins, and you let me go.
Why do we need the name of the leader?
Why would we want that?
Why?
If you're trying to get into Fort Terrorstead, the Robins kind of been a thorn in government side for.
So, what I'm hearing is we should take you and turn you into Fort Terrorstead as a member of the Roberts.
Hold on one
I'm
second.
not
Hold on one second.
worth that much.
No,
You
give
just
us
said
1
you were a
minute.
lieutenant.
Oh my goodness. Can we hold on? Could you just wait here for just a few minutes,
Yeah,
real quick?
of course, I'm not going anywhere.
Awesome. Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. Rob will just kind of turn away. So
Fel keeps his eye on him. He just
we still have Falcor's friend who could possibly help us get in. You know, like, even without this guy, we still have like a 50% chance that we have someone on the inside who's willing to help us. I mean, with this guy, causes that distraction, it could just be extra help. You know, up our odds to 73.
I mean, I'm also really good at getting into places that I am not supposed to be in.
I can fly. So we can-
Well, I feel like if you just went over, I feel like they might, you know.
I'm a black bird in the night.
It is not nighttime.
Well, when I imagine that when we procure our assault,
I see.
I feel like they might have like lights and stuff though. Wouldn't they?
He's
Like,
even
wouldn't
got
they-
the camouflage. He's got like the dark blue with the stars on it.
my robe has stars. I match the night sky.
I wondered if we
I'm
could
a
kill
stealth
guard and
bomber.
steal his uniform. Oh, yeah.
The boat stops. You see now that you're at the end of the lake.
Oh, it's good.
You're at the end of the lake, nowhere near Fort Terrorstead yet. But suddenly you hear a. Alright, everybody gotta get F now. As you look up, just a human dude wearing a captain hat, leaning up against the doorway. Everyone off, going to Fort Terrorstead.
Alright, Fel picks up the dude and just starts walking off.
Wait, we have to get off? Because you're going to Fort Terrorstead?
Yep.
What if we wanted to go to Fort Terrorstead?
You're going into military space, so kind of a crime.
So, what if we are
And I use
required?
strong person on this dude.
What if we've been called there for a certain duty? I would imagine that there's a way for us to arrive.
You got a contract?
A contract.
Well, we
Um,
had a contract to investigate a strange disturbance, and we think this disturbance might be linked to Fort Terrorstead.
What they said.
Also, charm person goes off. What do you what do I roll?
Mm. Let me look at it real fast. Where do I look? Attack save is 15. The wisdom 15.
Wisdom. The magic like slaps his face a little bit and just kind of washes off.
Bless you.
Thank you. Right, well, if you want to stay on the boat, it's not my problem. But we're not going to be anywhere near the water for you to leave before we go into Fort Terrorstead, so you'll be dealing with military in your own time.
Oh, I see. I see.
Walks back into the room.
The
I
Chevy,
love how
I mean,
We can
Unfazed.
pretty much get off whenever we want. And
I feel like we could probably jump, right?
I love how
You remember
the
unfazed
water?
this dude is. He fucking walks in on a fucking werewolf, picking up a person, taking him out of the room, and he doesn't flinch. He doesn't make a sound.
He looks at you and goes, "Get off of the boat."
This d-
Like, did he even like see like any of like the fighting that like went on? Like, did he even like stop?
yeah, it did.
There's like a
Oh,
corpse
okay.
still being like rotated in the ferry wheel.
You know, it's not the weirdest thing I've had to see.
Fell covered
okay.
in fucking arrows,
Cool.
Been doing
lunged
stuff for a while.
everywhere.
I'm on a strict schedule. I gotta be by Terrorstead by around midday. Gotta be in my house by dusk so I can see my family, and then I do it all again in the morning. So, no time for error, no time for stops. So if you do not want to get off now and walk the rest of the way, well, it's your problem.
Dude, bro's living the train conductor life.
I do think I feel like we are all fit enough to be able to just jump off at a certain point.
Alright.
Possibly.
Yeah, I'm just gonna eat myself.
I mean, you could fly. You could just.
I could just jump in the water and fucking swim.
I mean, it costs like spell stuff for me to.
Does it? Does
So
it?
it's pushing along.
Are your
That's a
bones hollow?
Bad echo. Yeah, it's a kangaroo.
Yes, yes, they are.
Well, he's particularly fragile.
This is why I have a strength of 5.
Oh,
You
Remy must be-
quantify? You have a numeric qualification of your.
Hey,
of
how
your
many
strength.
grams your bones weigh?
37
Ooh. I don't
in
know.
total.
Boat starts moving. Eventually, you break river and enter ocean.
Yippee!
I suppose I should
Oh.
have looked at the map of where we were
Yeah.
going before I made such a call.
I say ocean, it's more Gulf, but you are pretty much getting 300 feet from any piece of land kind of water.
Oh, I see. Okay, so there's like the bay that Fort Terrorstead is on.
Yeah. But
And
you
we're-
you do
we're
not
about
follow
to-
the coast. He just goes straight out into the water and starts turning directly to the left.
Okay, I didn't know that we were there.
Question.
I thought that we had stopped on somewhere around on the river stuff, not
You-
like at the.
I'm gonna unshift real quick, and I'm going to start trying to take a short rest
Okay.
if I can.
I suppose I'll do the same.
Because I'm at 17 HP.
I
out of
get my-
54.
I get my arcane recovery back.
Yeah, I get all of my shit back.
So,
should be-
are you guys gonna kill me or like?
Well, I mean, you're kind of in this with us now, so I mean, it's really your discretion.
I honestly think that the best course of action, given that we are going to probably be interacting with Fort Terrorstead Guard, is to unfortunately turn you over to
Yeah,
them
I don't think sneaking's gonna be your way, and one's waving at me right now. Oh,
as a
buddy.
criminal.
And he looks up towards a guard on top of like Fort Terrorstead watching from like probably 300 feet out.
Yes. I didn't realize we were
We're just
pulling up to
going
the
in
drive.
now.
We were just
Let's
pulling
see.
up to the driveway.
It's the boat. Just kind of goes in, goes out.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to have to do that to you, mate.
What's a driveway?
You know, it happens. I tried and I got fucked.
Hey, you know what? At least you're not dead.
Oh, it's gonna be much worse.
I mean, we can change that.
They will probably
Yeah.
torture the
Honestly-
information out of me. change it how? Because honestly, we're coming up onto the end game here, and unless you got like some grand plan for me,
Oh, would you want to tell us the name of the Robin's leader still?
will that
Actually-
get me unbound from my rope and be able to leave?
You know what? It just might if we lie and say you're part of our party.
But then who are we turning in?
We're turning in information.
We need to turn in this individual in order to be in good graces with the god of Fort Terrasted. Otherwise, we don't necessarily have a reason to be there. And will likely be investigated because of that fact.
Probably.
So unfortunately, this fellow here is in a unfortunate situation in which we are almost at a point forced to turn.
Well, it will look great to say we
over.
have a lieutenant of the Robins that we're handing in.
Yes, absolutely.
So thank you for that.
I'm gonna lie my ass off. I'm just gonna say I'm around.
Musfern is gonna go over to Rob and kind of pull her away from the group and be like, he knows that we were planning on sneaking in. He could very easily say something.
I mean, what is it going to say?
Hey,
Yeah,
get out of here! This is just Rob. This is just Rob Mossford. Get out of here! Get.
I'm leaving.
And is getting his components for the sleep spell.
I understand. Okay.
That is-
I'm
that is a
talking
really-
to the prisoner again. I don't do that. That seems like a what?
We're having a conversation.
Okay, my bad.
No, I'm playing with you. I'm playing with you. Continue.
No. If you guys were having a conversation, go. I literally didn't hear anything. I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
I was
literally-
laughing.
I literally heard nothing,
Okay.
and I thought that I was breaking silence when I started talking.
No, like Musford like pulled Rob over.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
My bad.
Sorry,
and then
I'm sorry.
no, you're fine. I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at the face Rowan was making.
Yeah, I thought I had offended or broken the social rule in some way.
No, not at all, not at all.
Pronoun.
Yeah. No offense. Right,
offense.
please. Which one I go? Sorry. So Mossford tells Rob. Sorry, say it again.
Pulls Rob aside and goes, he knows we were planning on sneaking in. It might not be the best idea to keep him on the ship or like turn him over because he could rat on us.
You know, crazy. I agree with you, but unfortunately, I think we're kind of like really out of options at this point. So I mean, we just have to be more charismatic than he is. I think, you know.
How close are we at this point, Talon?
Probably about 150 feet away from the fort walls.
You know, I think if you just do that, I mean, we do have, you know, a contract of sorts to figure out the source of this disturbing shit happening at the other town, and we could very easily say, well, we think it might have something to do with, you know, Fort Terrasted in this area, which would be a lie, but I think we're all very, I think we could do it. I think we're all very intelligent.
What if we all just like jump off and figure it out later? We have to go now, but if we want to do that.
But wouldn't they have see us jump off at this point? Like the guards that are watching?
Yeah.
Almost certainly, yeah, but I don't know.
I think I think we just go with it. I mean, you know, worst they tell us is get out of here, and we say we're with the Adventure Guild, and they go, we won't kill you, but don't come back.
Why don't they just kill us?
Works for me.
Oh.
All right, Sharp,
100
please
feet.
continue on with your.
I've lost my train
I'm
of
so
thought.
sorry.
You're okay.
You're insane. Please don't do that to being like, what if I just say I'm a runt?
Yes, that's correct. That seems like you're making this much more difficult for everyone.
Of course I'm making it difficult. I'm tied up and being sent to my doom.
Do you want?
We could knock
Do you
you
want?
out.
Do you want to go?
That would be grand.
Fel starts.
Can
Fel,
you
like,
Can you tell me the name of the Robin leader, and we'll let you go.
Yes. The name of the Robin leader is a former resident of Quickwick. His name is Iceheart. It's a tabaxi. Monster, you're probably the only person that recognizes that name.
Oh, hold up.
There were other tabaxis in Quickwick with you, and while you were more treated like a barn cat, they were more like just like people walking around. And there was this snow white, sort of green eyes. Actually, let me double check the description here. Sorry, blue eyes. Looks like a ragdoll cat. Pompous dickhole. Just this tabaxi named Iceheart.
Checks out.
Checks out.
Okay, now we can either let them go, or use that information to corroborate the fact that they are a Robin.
Oh,
Fel,
I'm definitely
I like
Robin.
that second one.
I'm
Fel,
definitely
like,
Robin.
Fel points like a finger gun at him.
Yeah.
He casts sleep.
Okay. Go ahead and roll hit points for
It's-
sleep.
5d8, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, at level ones.
23.
23. Now this is important because I need to actually check.
If he has less than
Because
23.
he was damaged in the fight. By how much? Let me take a little gandaroony. I do not have this up since this was a fight a while ago.
Did we go night?
The last bit of damage that I'm seeing here, he took 14 from Fel. I know that much. And then I think he took 19 from Fel as well, from Firebolt.
Crowbar took a total of 14 damage last game.
Oh, right, because my Firebolt was aimed at the fucking... That's right. It was aimed at the fucking bush.
Do not.
I hate how long it takes to find creatures in the encounter builder. You need to be on please. Maybe, like CR2, I think. So sorry. Just give me a second.
You're really good. No, because I also was like, man, using the spell, it's probably going to cause a little bit of a delay.
God damn, how long is the list of CR2 creatures that are humanoid?
A lot.
A lot. That was the fucking right answer.
I got really shit rolls on it too. I'm just gonna roll another one.
We'll just,
See what it would could have been. That one's shit too. The fuck?
we'll just go with. Oh, okay. Cool.
Oh, maybe it was better than I thought it was.
We'll just go with that. That's the closest, yeah. Okay. This smoke of dust hits his face, and he looks at you. Well, that was and slams down onto the boat.
We don't have to worry about him talking until after he gets off the boat.
That
Sleep
works,
lasts
I
for,
suppose.
I believe, a minute. Yes.
It does.
Just now, the boat reaches the fort walls. The gates are lifted as you watch all these people in shiny, gleaming armor, all the same. Same exact style, same exact drip and pizzazz, essentially, of these armors that everyone in the Watch of Alurin wears. They wear the Alurin crest, which is just a mountain with a star falling onto it. And they stand at attention as the boat enters. And as the boat enters, you also see a more official-looking one, without the helmet. This red-skinned, short hair hobgoblin walking towards the boat with suits of armor beside him. You've seen this member before, a while ago, when you were leaving Rulset Isle. Upon the ship, leading the ships, Captain Edge, captain of the Watchers of Alurin, stands there, looking at you all, rubbing his eyes a little bit. So, what was the
Hello again.
what's the plan here? Just rock up to Fort Terrasted?
I believe we have captured an individual that might be of benefit to you. He said himself that he was part of a organization that was a recent pain.
Is he like falling asleep?
What happened?
You were magically sedated.
Oh,
That's fucked up. Well, that's Grand, the fuck are you doing here? Is that it?
Well, we're from the Adventuring Guild.
I know that.
Right, I'm sure. You seem like you're well aware of most of the situations. We were meant to just follow a disturbance caused, at Dire Gulch. We think that it might have a connection in through here. We were just wondering if we could ask you some questions.
What's your party's name?
The Obsidian Stag.
Get him with the old. You don't say the S part, so when they type it in.
As he whistles, he sends some soldiers to start picking up the stuff that is meant for Fort Terrasted off of the boat. And then one of them grabs the restrained individual, and as he is picked up, he's like, "Hey, get your hands off me, please." He's like slowly dragged off the boat. And then he whistles one more time and sends a couple soldiers off into the distance. So...
Have you got any new recruits recently, possibly from small towns?
I get a lot of recruits.
And is there anything you guys can do about these arrows that are in me?
You got them in you, I think you can take them out yourself.
Oh, man.
So, was
Fine.
bringing that guy the only thing you wanted to do?
No.
We have some information on the Robins that we could give you. Particularly their leader name.
I'm all ears.
Someone else who remembers it, remind me real quick.
Well, not to barter with, I'm assuming, someone of very high ranks. But Hold on. Let me back up, dude. Why are you on me right now? Chill. Sorry, he grabbed my leg with his claws.
With his claw.
Remy, get out from underneath the. God, hold on.
There is something to notice about this individual as he stands. It's very precise and rigid, but there is a laxness to his presence that is kind of unsettling with the role that he is in.
Do you happen to mayhaps know of an individual named Melidri?
And if I do?
It is, just a question right now.
Well, can't say that I particularly know of anyone that name, no.
Insight check.
Sharp's about to go off on this dude.
Anyone who wishes to make an insight check, man?
This passive-aggressive whore is about to
Oh, I'm
meet his doom.
horrible, dude. I'm horrible. I got a 6 earlier on my insight check. I got a 7 this time.
No, I don't even have to reel an inside check. I know that bitch lying.
I got 21.
Anyone?
18.
Sharp actually absolutely knows this bitch is lying.
There is not just the way he said it with that long pause, but
Yeah.
something you glean again is a conversation you had with Pa back in Muledale, which was the person that took Melidri matches Captain Etch's description.
Yeah.
Well, he seems like he's telling the truth to me. I don't. The felt doesn't say it out loud. That's just me.
Right. So.
Oh,
Just shut this camera quick.
Oh,
What a thing to say before dipping.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of this cat.
Let the record show that Rowan is in fact not beating the shit out of that cat, and is merely just
As
leading it
letting-
out of the room.
without touching it whatsoever.
Needs to remember that this is an audio medium and is going to be posted in a public forum.
I told him he was stupid and needed to get the fuck out of my room. And so I
See,
opened the
only
door
verbal
and I
abuse upon
pushed.
this.
I opened the door and I pushed him out.
You didn't even
Give
push
me a
him.
minute, I'm taking off
can't-
this fucking cape.
We can't allude to animal abuse within our podcast.
Fuck Peter.
I mean, fuck PETA, but
But also, like, don't abuse animals. PSA, don't do
Wow,
that.
guys,
PSA,
look at
don't-
us.
don't be animals.
No, I
solving
did not.
solving world
I did not
problems.
beat the shit out of Remy.
Right, you're gonna have to make a Twitter thread about how much.
I
you
know,
love
it's like
animals.
I
For
love him to
real.
death, but he needed to be quiet.
Yeah,
and
love
Well,
him
not
to
to
death is
death.
probably
No, just
that's
kidding.
probably not what we should say.
Um,
All right, we need to hire a PR team. God damn it.
so Captain Etch
Right.
just sort of
yes,
takes another step forward. Any other business?
right. The name is Iceheart.
Gotcha.
Baxi.
Rob, do I have permission to go off on this
Oh
individual?
yeah, I mean, I don't control your actions.
Do you have a fucking problem?
Oh,
A bit.
Fred looks down like, oh.
I'm not too keen
Why?
on any adventurers coming into the fort without proper protocol.
He brought you a fucking hostage.
Okay.
You didn't even say thank you, you prick.
Bring someone a fucking rodent off the street into their home and they're supposed to let you in. Yeah, see how that works out for you. Congratulations, you're an adventurer in an island that has fuck tons of adventurers.
Sounds like
special.
someone's a little jealous that we did the job better than you did. Hmm?
Damn.
You're skilled, are you? You want to test it?
I was going to slowly look at Rob.
For military.
Did I get that short rest talent?
No.
No. Sweet.
I'll give you two options. You do a job for me. I'll tell you when military is. Or you can fight me in the pit. And I'll tell you when military is.
Stop it. Stop it. I felt it say that.
I have full health. I have most of my spell slots still. I think that we could fight.
One-on-one?
Well, hold on. This is the first thing I was. What type of thing do you want us to do?
There's a monster nearby in a little camp set up between here and the next town. Been running rampant, and I don't have the time to check it out.
What type of monster?
I don't know.
You know what? That sounds like
I'll
the best option out of the two of them.
I'll absolutely do more work for the local parties on your behalf. This time I do expect to be thanked for it, though.
Since I asked you to do it, yeah. Don't worry, you will.
Thank you.
Is Belidri safe? At the very least.
He's doing just well.
All right. Well,
I am upset.
is there any other information that we should know about the thing? Because I'm kind of itching to get on.
Quite destructive, can break through walls. Has been ransacking the little camp. Everyone's scattered from there. Last I heard, it ran into a chapel.
Delightful. Well,
All right.
hopefully the next time I see you, it won't be in hell.
Let's not do that.
He
We'll
has
be-
a few guards lead you to the gate.
Huh?
As it lifts up into the air. And you are sent on the trail towards the little camp between Quickwick and Fort Terraston.
No,
You should reach there by nightfall.
definitely would have gone worse. On the other hand, definitely could have gone better.
I'm not gonna lie, Sharp, that entire time I thought you were just gonna get shot and killed.
Yep.
I'm sorry. For some reason, his words really etched at me in a way that I apologize.
I mean, it's all good. It's just like incredibly terrifying because it's the captain of the guard, and they literally could just drag you into a prison cell, and you are never heard from ever again.
Yep.
He was a real dick, though. Like a
Dragged into
real
a prison
dickhead.
cell and killed.
Like a
So-
really, really bad, awful person.
You know what? I'm not arguing with you, but what I am arguing against is not getting dragged into a prison cell.
Well, I'm
And
not
no.
dragged into the prison cell. Now we have a way to talk to military.
Miraculously.
Rav will look down at Sharp and will smile, like genuinely smile, like looks real warm, and just goes, "Thank you, Sharp."
Oh, well. You're welcome, I suppose.
And she just looks back up to where they're going.
Press forward.
Does this not count as strenuous activity?
Resting while walking is a little of a
Yeah, that's
little
fine.
of a
That's
tricky
fine.
thing. If you choose to rest when you get there, that is up to you. But if you wish to rest while moving, that might be a little difficult, unless you're being
Got it.
carried.
Drone
let's try
carry
carrying
me.
you.
Control, please.
Let Shark pick you up.
I mean, like, I wouldn't even, like, feel it if, like, one of you were just, like, on my back.
Dude, yeah, dude, fucking someone grab a Robin.
Just put
Like a
someone on
fucking
roll and
hammock.
push him like a fucking Mario Kart shell. He's one of the green ones because he doesn't have heat seeking.
Hey, I don't know about you, but Droll is a fucking blue shell, dude. We give Droll fucking fly and
That's
sharp
cool.
cats it on him.
That's that cast fucking like holy weapon on Droll.
That's
Make him
devastating.
blue
That's
tail.
fucked, actually.
Cast fly on Droll.
So you guys are moving, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Traveling on this road, it's a bit barren. It's flat grasslands that have seen more beautiful days. It seems like a lot of it is quite pressured down by the presence of the fort in the distance behind you. Eventually, making your way, you do see the remnants of this camp. It's meant to be just a pit stop on your way to a quick wick, where you can rest and or feed your horses, etc. But it is like smoking, billowing, destruction on multiple different tents, just clattered, splintered wood and cloth. And at one end, especially as the sun is sort of setting, you see a chapel. Nice stained glass room. 2 floors. A bunch of bramble next to it. Overgrowth in the sort of back area. The sky gets more purple. The orange bleeds away. Also, river. I also recognize that there's river music somewhere. Huh. There's a river in the chapel? Let's see if I can find some night sound. Night sound.
Every nighttime.
Summer night sounds? Well, it's technically winter, but it's never winter in Alearn. It's always temperate. Sure. This is 20 minutes long. I'm sure it will be great. What would you guys like to do as you approach this cathedral? Cathedral's a big, too big a word for it. It's a chapel.
Can I go on ahead and pull out my Echo and have it walk with me?
Yeah.
Looking around the outside of this chapel, what do we see in terms of damage?
The front is pretty unscathed other than weathering. But if you try to move to the back of it, you're going to have to make attempts to navigate through this overgrowth that has taken the back sort of garden part of this chapel. But it's sort of one floor with the second floor having that sort of like typical tower you're used to seeing, with a bit of a slanted second floor. Its shape is very, if you were to look at it from bird's view, triangle heavy. So it's bigger in the back and gets a little bit smaller, but not by much, towards the front as you go towards the entrance. The doors are wide open.
Does it look upkept?
No, it's not.
You know, like a. First of all, there's no like village around, is there? Like not anywhere super close.
No, this is more like tents in the works. Again, just a sort of pit stop where people like go to feed their horses. There's some buildings that are set up as sort of like a rest here, rest and go kind of, situation. Come and go. But there is no sign of any people. There is destruction upon whatever main building there would be. Almost have someone like ran through it and just flailed about. There is, I mean, you can try to assess the damage to see what kind of damage was done to it if you want. On
Sure,
different
I'm
buildings.
very curious.
Okay. Give me. I'll take investigate.
Investigate, then, huh?
Investigation or survival or nature, whichever you'd prefer.
I'll do survival. 10.
10. Okay. Some of the wood of one of the rests that you can stay at is splintered in a very straight manner. Like, it's splintered at the ends because it was partly torn off as it was hit, but it seems a very directional strike came towards it.
Hey, Belle, do you think this is like a big sword, maybe? Troll kind of like going ahead and like making like the slashing motion with like his hand kind of moving up and down through it. Oh, I think he's gone.
L for fail.
And then, is there any like footprints you can see, or none that I was able to find?
Seems whatever footprints you would look for are either have been brushed away by the wind or are too far in the bramble or the destruction that it's covered.
Oh. Okay. Is there anyone in the camp?
No. Everyone's gone.
Droll like go ahead and like look around like in the camp and like peek through like the light through like the camps, not really wanting to like enter in, and then he like peeks into some of the tents.
There was points where somewhere a lantern got knocked down in, the escapades and set fire to some tents and some wooden buildings, scorching them. There is evidence of just pure, like, utter carnage. There's not a lot of blood. Probably one or two, and it's usually from someone who's either smushed by the wreckage or very few people with actual injuries. And when you do look at the injuries, there's sort of like a pierce.
I don't think this was a monster, or like, rather, I don't think they used claws. It was very, like, a sword. But like, I'm getting the sense this is like a big weapon, or big something.
The damage on the bodies are less indicative of a slash and more of like a hole pierced in, a round hole. The structural damage seems to be much more of like a directional strike hitting it, whether it's a sword or something that's just a directional swing.
Is it like big hole, or like
Pretty
literal
big.
hole? Oh, okay. What the fuck makes a hole like that? Kind of like, and like, he kind of like takes his finger and like moves it around in the wound.
Oh, true. That's. I don't think we need to do that.
Well, I'm trying to like get the point across. It's like that's not like a sword. That'd be like
a spear, maybe?
maybe. That's a weird looking spear though. At least I think so. And then looks like just everyone ran away in a rush and a panic, probably because the monster just flailed around, or not even. Maybe it's just like a tall person. Like I'm not going to.
Or
I don't know.
horn of some kind, maybe?
Could be a horn. That's a good idea. You know, I actually have a card that looks like this.
Card?
Takes out his little deck of cards, his little deck of purple cards, and you'll pull out this kind of like bird that has hooks for hands.
That's very.
Was there anything? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know a whole lot. It just looks like, if I had to guess, it'd be like almost like a big old lance.
What were you saying, Muscle?
Was there anything weird with the church?
I mean, the doors were open, and looking in the back corner of the set of walls, one of the stained glass windows was shattered in, and you see a rush along one side of the pews. The pews are just smashed in a direction.
So, here's like a good question here, which is, are we going to like go ahead and like rest up? Right now it is the middle of the night, or are we going to go into here? Are we going to set up a trap? Because we could like, I don't know. Actually, could I set up a trap? Maybe I could like tie a rock up there and like with like a rope, and then like they trip on the rope and then the rock falls.
No, not quite.
Or are we just gonna go like bonsai and like go ahead, run in there, and then it drops on us and we all fight?
I could do this tonight, but I would prefer if everyone was comfortable.
Well, also I would go ahead and like. First of all, it's the middle of the night. Is this like a creature that's going out hunting? Because last we knew it was in this church. We don't know if it's still in there. If we just rest outside, like if we rest too close, we can just like go ahead and like be like, "Yo, they're resting over there," and then runs over and smacks us.
I wonder. In the church.
Yeah.
Are there any like closed rooms that only have one door?
Would you like to enter this church?
Just from the doors, like standing at the entrance, do I see like a couple other doorways? Because I'm thinking like maybe we could get the entire party like inside one of the rooms, clear it out, make sure that it's safe, and then I just arcane lock the door and we rest there.
From your view, you watch or look from the doors down this hallway, and you see cracked stone flooring. You see just absolutely ripped to shreds, like purple carpet leading down the aisle, and on one side these shattered pews with the shattered stained window on the left side. But as you're peering to the sides, I mean, there is on the right side a sort of like entrance where the building starts moving, or not moving, but starts entering a new section, and sort of that to the left, but you can't clearly see any closed rooms from
Oh, shit.
Okay, here's a suggestion. Draw numero 1. We hide in a bush, like 100 feet away, and we throw a rock into one of the windows really hard, makes a loud sound, monster wakes up, is like, what the fuck is going on? Goes, checks it out, and then we surprise him.
Honestly, not a bad idea.
I'll
would
have a
to- I would-
suggestion number
I
2.
would
That was the first one. I just wanted to say numero. I find
would
that's a really
totally do
cool
that.
word.
In fact, I could actually throw an object from 60 feet away at a speed that would be dangerous to an individual that came in contact with someone.
That's pretty cool. I can also do that, I think.
Throw this. How I can get it to?
Oh no, he's math nerding out.
I have a gun.
But the gun will be really loud
I was
because
just
when we throw a rock,
thinking-
it doesn't make sound until it hits it.
Yep.
Then again,
Oh,
maybe it already knows we're here and it's actually like listening in our conversations this entire time. It's like on the rooftop.
it would probably
Troll
be
look
best for it to be
Bell like turns and looks at the rooftop with the troll.
just looks on top of the roof and sees the vampire lord standing above it.
Oh my god. Are there any tracks that this thing has left behind?
Go ahead and give me a investigation, survival, or nature check.
Roll didn't find any tracks, but Droll also rolled a 10. So
I got a 21.
21. Looking along the wreckage and through the thick bramble that Droll just didn't bother to go into because he's too big, but you're quite small and agile, and you can dart through the bushes and twigs. You do find some tracks that seem to lead behind towards the back of the chapel.
Yeah, he's gonna call Rob over. Rob, come here. Only bitch I fucking trust to have a fucking brain in their fucking head.
Holy shit. Rob will go to where Moss Furnace.
Okay.
Sling.
Sort of rounding this end of the back of the chapel, you look, and there on one wall, large stained glass window that's just been shattered. And take a little looky around the corner, and you see the pews that were destroyed in the same direction as the shadow.
Oh wow. Maybe it hates religion.
It's got religious trauma. Instead of waiting, we could just follow the tracks it left behind and like track it down.
Yeah. Sounds like a good idea to me. Should we inform everyone else, or should we let them continue discussing their rock plan?
What I'm thinking we could like stealthily try and track it down. That way we could figure out where and what it is without alerting it, and then figure out how to proceed from there.
So that sounds like less people the better, actually, to me. I mean, you see a big party walking around, it's a little difficult to stealth, so maybe...
Trying to imagine Droll being stealthy.
Bow.
Alright, well... Do you want to follow this?
Yeah.
Word. We
Okay,
sneak-
so sneaking.
Come with y'all.
Bethany also coming?
What's your stealth like, Reth? I mean, you're a pretty big blue person, like...
I mean, yeah, I'm big, but I think my stealth is like actually really good.
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
Slay.
Rethny's everything is really good.
Really good. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Hold on, let me go look at it real fast.
Let me guess, it's gonna be
Okay.
like a +5.
I have a +10 in stealth.
I do not
Yeah,
have the
you're a
highest
tiny ass
stealth,
fucking
but
cat.
you know.
Hold on, where's my shit at? Here
You
we go.
called me, so you get me.
Stealth. It's
We-
actually a +1.
We could just in Mossmer.
Your stealth is a +1?
Yeah,
That's not correct.
it's not.
No, if your dex is like at least an 18, that's at least a
Well,
+4.
then- It's a plus. Okay, so then how do I change it?
Let me look at your stats.
That's not what I wanted to do.
Did you accidentally roll?
I accidentally rolled.
Oh, your dexterity is the only stat that isn't an 18.
Oh,
That isn't
yeah.
absolutely
No,
cracked.
no, Talon. Rethny's intelligence is a 19.
You know what I meant, dickhead.
Rethny, maybe it's best for you to just
No, I did not. Actually,
stand
fuck you.
guard here.
Bill dies today.
And
It
Mossman,
won't
as
be
much
hard.
as I trust you to be super stealthy, I don't think it's a good idea for you to go by yourself.
It won't be hard, Talon. I'm at 17 HP.
Well, now. Okay, so you guys are following the tracks. Just Robin, Monster.
Okay.
Okay, the tracks do lead into the chapel. Is that what you're following?
Yeah, we gonna sneak in. I'm gonna
Alright.
break it in her.
Are you entering from the place that the track starts, so going through to the shattered window?
Is it shattered with the glass on the outside or the inside? Like, is
Going
it shattered
in-
as if
going
something?
inside.
Going
Okay.
in.
Shattered.
So they like ran through.
Yeah.
Okay.
Slam.
Go ahead and give me stealth checks. I will say this is at disadvantage because
'Cause
you're
of the
you're
glass?
walking over broken glass.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so disadvantage. So with disadvantage, I rolled a 21.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Holy shit.
No,
With
if it was
disadvantage.
It would have been a 25.
Jesus Christ. With disadvantage, I rolled a 9.
Okay.
Mossburn, you know, the padding. Mossburn got a lot of padding
true,
on
it is
there.
true.
Yeah.
He's got like lynx feet where it's like nothing but fur.
Toe beans. Toe beans.
Yeah, I mean, I went, I was like, ooh.
Oh shit. Okay, actually.
Ooh. Oh, wait, do I need to roll disadvantage for my echo too? I forgot my echo's with me.
Your echo is kind of like silent in a way.
I mean, I
it's
was like, I feel
weird
like it
how
wouldn't.
how it's described to work. I would say when it's walking, it doesn't crunch on glass, and also will just take your stealth. So since you crunched, it's sort of like making that similar movement of like stopping when each crunch happens.
Like-
Okay.
Oh, man.
Calculating.
I assume while all this is happening is that Droll, Sharp, and Fel are still talking about the best way to throw a rock at a
rock
window.
at a window?
Yeah.
Fel's just like, I can shoot it. Droll's like, I can throw really far. And then Sharp is like, he's like bringing out all the devices, like the measuring devices, like getting the right angle.
Protracting the arm.
Yeah.
I can just
Figuring out
throw
which
a firebolt at it.
But I can throw a rock that's not gonna hurt the window.
The rock will hurt the window.
Not the firebolt, but yeah, a rock would hurt the window.
You're not wrong. The two that are sneaking push in a little further. You're past the glass, and you haven't seen or heard anything. Take a few more steps. And you're navigating around these broken pews. And you kind of you're looking as the wood scattering directs you towards the sort of middle of the room. As you move over there, I need investigation checks, or survival, or nature. Actually, I'm not going to use nature here because it's inside the chapter.
Alright, so survival or investigation?
Survival, investigation.
Hey, I am so sorry. Can you repeat that? Somebody came into my room and started talking without like knocking or anything, and Blue was like shitting herself.
Completely fine. So you made it past the glass without any weird thing coming up, and following as the pews are shattered leads you to the middle of the room where the tracks are sort of hard to follow from here. So I need either a survival or investigation check.
I rolled a 17 for survival.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for investigation, and I got 12.
Okay, did you just open up Destiny?
I have a thing I need to check, yes. But I am still listening.
No, it's okay. I just got the notification and I was like,
So 12, 12 for Mossfern, and what from Rum?
17.
17.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you out like that.
You're good.
I had the idea
I was gonna
for
just gonna look at a thing while you guys are doing your own little
It's
duo
okay. Austin
stuff.
plays video games while DMing all the time.
it's very true. I got a fucking shiny while DMing, and I was like, oh.
Amazing. For real. As you get to the middle of the room, and you start looking for tracks, the cracked stone floor, the weathered concrete walls, just the general atmosphere of this place is completely still, and you've lost the tracks.
Uh-oh.
But, Rob, you do hear a... And you look up. Chandelier's moving. Slowly back and forth. It stops. As the dust behind you kicks up, and you turn around, and the dust flowing around the room shows you this visage of an invisible creature standing 10 feet tall, maybe more, 10 feet long, almost kind of centipede-like. And that's where we'll take our break, and we'll pick it up in about 15-20 minutes.
I thought
That's fucked up.
Talon, I thought you were dead ass about to throw a fucking displacer beast at us, and I was about to like shit my pants.
No, I think
That's
this
way
is
too much
worse.
for you guys. It's way worse.
It's way worse.
Alright, see you guys next episode.